What's up, Elliot? How you doing?
Dude, I am doing great. Let me tell you this right off the bat, Bert. I was so proud watching Netflix. Everybody and their mother is up there for the Tom Brady roast. And I was like, that's our friend. That's our friend.
Thank you. It was I got to be honest with you, and all the things I've done in comedy, that was probably the coolest thing I've ever been a part of, without a doubt.
Because of what? Because of what it was?
It was first of all, it was murderers. I mean, you know, it was so great. Kevin destroyed, all the athletes killed. I mean, Tom and I hit a solid double, but like, listen, in those moments, I'm being dead serious. When before we were about to go up, Nikki killed so hard that everyone got nervous. You know, that energy, we were an hour and a half in, and that energy isn't going to last. And Tom's like, dude, we're going to eat a hot one on stage. And you do not want to be in the news cycle Monday morning. You just want to do good enough that no one knows you were there. That's it. And of course, you've known me for 20 years now. I am such an idiot. I wake up the next morning and all there is videos of me reading the prompter as people are telling their jokes. I literally read along with their jokes and laughed while I read, and there's so much video close up of me reading the prompter.
Hey, how long before it happened? Like, how long ago did they reach out to you and Segura to be a part of it?
A couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I mean, I think, so what happened is, I mean, this is inside baseball, but they had their dais, and then there was a couple people that backed out at the last minute. It was just, there's nothing to gain. If you have a deal at Netflix, there's nothing to gain out of it. You're already on the platform. And so everyone that's on the dais, I don't know if you noticed, but none of the comedians had deals at Netflix. And they wanted someone that, I mean, none of them. So all of them go up murder, you get a show at Netflix. Tom and I have deals there.
Right.
So they wanted someone established on the platform, and they asked us, and Tom and I are like, hey, man, if we bomb, it's really bad. But if we kill, not much of a thing happens for us, you know?
Right.
And but I said yes immediately. Tom didn't want to do it. And what they wanted to do, what their problem is like, we can't, you know, with a roast, you're going to tread over the same material. And they wanted to break it up and make sure that they gave space between the same type of jokes. So they asked us to do more of like a Sports Center thing.
Right.
And I thought that was a brilliant idea. I was like, yeah, that's great. And it turned out great for us. Like, it was awesome. We had a great time. We did a great job. But, like, we were terrified going up.
Were you really?
Oh, buddy, before we went up, they booed Kim Kardashian.
Yes.
Like, they booed her. And Tom's like, we're going to need a hot one. We went back in front of the screen right before we're about to go on. And I said to him, I go, buddy, if we die together. Like, you're my boy. Like, let's eat a hot one together. And I gave him a kiss, and we walked out. And like I said, man, we didn't bomb.
Like I said, we hit a strong double. Hey,
dude, it was crazy.
Hey, let me ask you this. So, like, I imagine, like, listen, I've obviously never been to one of those. Is beforehand and then afterwards, is everybody all like mingle, or is it like athletes over here, comics over here? Like, did you hang out with Tom Brady and chat with him for a while?
No, but Brady was off limits. We saw him right before the show. He walked down the hallway. He was busting balls. Julian Edelman was in a wife beater, and he goes, hey, the Village People's dressing room's won over. You're in the wrong room. Brady was roasting him backstage. But I got there. I'm boys with Gronk and Edelman and Randy Moss. And so when we got there, they just pulled me into their green room with Tommy, and we just hung out and just chop shop with them. But I'll tell you want to know something that's really kind of funny? Is, two things. Number one, this has got cut out of the roast, but it is the best moment I've ever had. Sam J is lighting me up. She tells me before she goes on stage, because she's like, yo, she goes, I'm going to dig into you hard. And I was like, cool. And she's making fun of me for being a lightweight partier that doesn't do drugs, and I just have sex with my wife. And I had my sins in a plastic bag, and I pulled them out. It looks like an 8-ball of Coke, and I wiggled them to the audience. And the forum went bananas. bananas. You can hear the laugh, and you can see me tap my nose at the end, but they edited the Coke out, and it murdered. But no, like it was, and then this is the other secret gossip I love. I love you. I love secrets. So Tom and I are backstage. It's kind of quiet, right? An hour before the show, everyone goes to their dressing rooms and just sits. And we're nervous. Like, everyone's nervous. We're in tuxedos. We get a knock on the door, and Chappelle sticks his head in. And he's like, "Yo, can I party with you boys?" And we're like, "Hell yes." So Chappelle sat with us for an hour before the show and just lightened the mood. He was like, "You guys are the best, man. You guys are going to kill it." He sat with us. And then when we got done, he was still in our dressing room.
Hey, Bert, so you mentioned what you call it? You mentioned Sam J, who was fantastic. Glazer was awesome. Even Kevin Hart was really good. I wish you would have hosted, but Kevin Hart was really good. I also like Tony Hinchcliffe was great. Like, the comics were really, really solid.
Yeah, dude, they were. I mean, first of all, this is what Tony Hinchcliffe does. This is his sweet spot. We knew he was going to kill. Well, I don't think we knew he was going to kill as hard as he did. We knew he was going to kill. We knew Nikki was going to murder.
Right.
And you got to give it up. I mean, listen, you also got to give it up. And this goes back to the whole Joe Coy stuff. You got to get up for the writers. I mean, there's a writing team that's helping all these comics craft their set because they know what jokes other people are telling. So they're kind of making sure no one's stepping on anything. So, like, if you just leave it to comics, we're all going to tell roughly the same jokes.
Right.
So the writers team was crazy good. Mike Lawrence, Pat, Sarah, they were like Ray. They killed it, man.
Hey, was there anything too? I think it was Edelman that I saw at some point this week was talking about how it was really awkward backstage between Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick. Is that true, or is that Edelman just kind of building it up a little bit?
No, I didn't see it. Like, I don't really care about that stuff. So, like, all I know is we're about to go backstage. Everyone's nervous. Gronk's jumping up and down. Edelman smacked himself in the chest. And Belichick's there. And I go, "Yo, Coach, we could use a pregame speech, something to hype us up." We're all backstage. And Coach Belichick yells, "Do your effing job."
I love it. Like I said, every time they would show the people up on stage, dude, I was just yelling, "That's our guy. There's Bert. There's Bert." Oh, I loved it. I loved everything about it.
I was shocked. I was so grateful to be there. And then when we got done, I mean, Netflix was through the roof. It's like the biggest thing they've ever done. I mean, it rated crazy. Like, the number of people that were watching live. So I got in an elevator with Ted Sarandos after, and he's fist pumping me. He's like, "Dude, we killed it." I mean, everyone's, and then Tom and I threw a 5K 2 days later.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to say is that you go from that. You've had an unbelievable week, so you go from the Brady roast, and then 2 days later, you and Segura are doing Two Bears 5K, and that thing was awesome.
Dude, that was bigger than I ever thought it would be. It was at the Rose Bowl. It's like 3,000 people. Jelly Roll comes out, does his first 5K. I got hit by a golf cart. Like, I got hit by a golf cart. I thought I broke my feet. It ran over me. And I ran the first heat with the fans, and then I came back. I put a 50-pound pack on, and I walked with Jelly for the last 5K. And it was crazy. We had, it doesn't do it justice. We had on the field, we had cold plunges, a sauna, rope course, batting cages, virtual golf. We had bars everywhere. We had a full CrossFit gym. I mean, a stage, a DJ. It was insane.
You know what, though? And I think it's great. I love that you did it. I love that you're friends with Jelly Roll. Like, I've never met him. Musically, I like him, and I like his story. His story is great. I feel like I like that you're friends with him because I feel like through you, I can go like, yeah, I mean, I know about the guy, like whatever, but I feel like he'd be a very cool dude.
He's the best, man. Listen, they don't make guys like that. Like, he says he's going to do the 5K and then flies out private for the event and then flies home that afternoon private because he's just that guy, man. He is the guy that shows up. I mean, last year on Fully Loaded, he showed up one day, just showed up in his tour bus. He's like, "Yo, can I hop on stage?" I was like, "Are you serious?" And that is who he is. I mean, I wish I could go into even bigger detail because, it's like when we crossed the finish line, he was sobbing, crying. Bunny was hugging Leanne, and he was like, I'm down 80 pounds. You changed my life. And I was like, dude, you changed your life. You changed your life. He's just, man, he is real salt of the earth guy. I love him to death.
Hey, will you ask him if he'll hop on stage for Fully Loaded when you're at Merriweather? That way I can meet him?
I can't say anything, but yeah, I can ask him.
By the way, I should mention, so when you get here on June 21st at Merriweather, which by the way is going to be awesome. It'll be a little touch warm, but it's going to be awesome. I love that you're playing Merriweather, and I should have mentioned it like when we were talking about Hinchcliffe, who was also on the roast. He's doing Fully Loaded with you, or at least this tour stop he's here.
Listen, if there's a guy that can get you good cocaine of comedy, it's me. I know the dealers. Look, last year I had Shane Gillis on all the dates, right? I've had Mark Norman on all these dates. We got Stavi. He was on all. He's going to be at the Merriweather.
Yes.
I got Hinchcliffe early. It's me, Mark Norman, Hinchcliffe, Big J, Dan Soder. All these guys, it stinks is that they're blowing up so quick, I can only get them for 1 year. I will not be able to afford Tony Hinchcliffe next year. I got so lucky on that one.
Hey, also I don't know, I don't know all the venues of the tour, but Merriweather, Bert, like in the back where like there's catering and stuff, catering, it may as well be a restaurant. Dude, they have the nicest pool back there. I'm thinking we do a Friday night pool party.
That sounds right up my alley. You know me very well. Dude, this whole festival is just summer camp for comics. Leanne plans the whole thing. We have 7 tour buses. We have 5 semis, and it's all set up for the comics to have a blast. So we party every night. We have a trainer that travels with us. We bring out a sauna, a cold plunge everywhere we go. We have a gym, and we plan activities, and that's what gets the comics out. Leanne has gift bags that are like valued at like $15,000 that every comic gets. So the reason we get these comics is that we treat everyone good, and that's why we get these great surprise guests, because they know that when they go out, they're going to have a blast. It's a party for us. And the byproduct is we put on a hell of a show. It's 4 hours long. Every comic, all I tell them is just murder. It's like the roast. It's just murder. And every comic destroys. I go up last. It is the party of the summer without a doubt.
And you know what I'm going to bring? You know what I'll bring to the to the party?
What's that?
I just got it in the mail earlier this week. I got a huge box of stuff, but inside was Porosis vodka.
Oh, buddy. Have you had my vodka yet?
I haven't. A big box of it just came in the mail. I'm going to have it this weekend.
It is phenomenal. I'm telling you, I put my 10,000 hours into a couple things, and drinking vodka is one of them. If I could send my wife to have sex with you, you'd be just as impressed.
Hey, and then the last thing, did I know as part of this run that you're going out on, did I know that you're taping another Netflix special in July?
Yeah, I tape all the material I'm doing is what's going to go on my special July. I shoot it July 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then that'll go up on Netflix probably beginning of the fall.
But are you cranking out specials? Like, because every comic has that thing where it's like, once I do the special and it comes out, once it comes out, I'm done. Like, I can't do that anymore. I feel like you're cranking out specials. And by the way, they're good. So it's not like you're not like working and stuff. I don't even feel like there's time for you to do any of that though.
Well, starting in July, I'm taking 9 months off. I'm going to go, Leanne and I are moving to France.
What?
And, I'm gonna, yeah. I mean, I'm like, listen, you know me very well.
Boo! Boo!
I've been grinding so hard that at a certain point, I can't tell what's performative anymore and me. There was a girl at the 5K that blew out her knee and fell and hit her head, and it was right in front of me. And I stopped down and I sat with her, and she was crying, and I was calming her down. And in the middle of it, I said to myself, does anyone have a camera on me? This is a Just a good moment. Like, and then I'm like, all right, I'm done. I gotta get away from the camera for a second and learn who I am again. I got hit by a golf cart on the run, and they missed it on camera. They missed it. I go, they have video of Aaron Hernandez with a gun in his hand. How did no one get me hit? How did no one get me hit by a golf cart?
All right, so after the special, you're moving to France. All right, fine.
Yeah, look, you know that all goes out the door if they offer me a movie or a TV show.
Absolutely.
We're moving to France. Here's the worst part. Leanne goes, I'd love to move to France. And then I was like, yeah, and then I start my European tour in March. What? I was like, yeah, I'm doing a European tour. It'll be a good way to get material for Europe, you know? It'll be fun.
Bert Kreischer's Fully Loaded Comedy Festival will be at Merriweather Post Pavilion June 21st. Tickets are on sale through Ticketmaster. Bert, I'm very, very proud of you, and I will see you. I'll see you June 21st at Merriweather.
I will see you there. Pool party. By the way, your boy's doing great over at college. I had a good time with him. Did nothing out of line. Great child. You did well, Elliot.
Yeah, no, he sent me pictures. He loved hanging out backstage. He felt like the big D on campus.
Oh, I introduced him to everyone. I was walking him around that green room. There were a bunch of hot ones. He brought a chick with him, but I was like, buddy, lose the chick.
All right, Bert, I'll see you in June, my friend.
I'll see you then, buddy. Thank you.